Hi, Ron. It's Jacob. I'm attending from my office. I set up the Zoom, but no one's here yet, but it is streaming. I think you're muted there, Ron.
All right. Okay. Anybody in there? Hello?
Madam Chair, this is Ron Karasak. I think that Jacob might be in his office.
So, any questions or anything? I'm right here. I'm the neighbor, but you. Hola, ¿cómo se hace? Hey, love. How you doing? Hi. Oh, is this stuff? Oh, that's right, okay. And I had my poor girlfriend waiting, and somehow she went out and picked up her mail when I was calling to tell her I was coming to get it. That's what kind of made me late. But I got here 5 after, and the door is stuck down.
Yeah, it is. It's a little bit, yeah, it's a little stuck down here, so.
Is this being recorded or anything? Is there a recording or anything?
He said the Zoom is set. Let me just see here.
Yeah.
It needs to, be set on here, so.
No, it's probably not even necessary because it's enough of it to be even present, so.
You have,
I got it. Like this time. This is not.
no, here's the, the agenda.
Mhm.
Okay, all right, so we are, let's see, he said the Zoom is set up. I don't know about that. Let's just see here.
Where's the operating? From that computer there? All right,
Yeah.
you know how to launch the Zoom, right?
Pardon me?
Yeah, you know how to do that.
Yeah, let's just, oh, I see Ron, you have been signed out because your account is signed in by another. Hey,
Hey,
Ron.
I'm sorry, Madam Chair. I think that the iPad that I have is under my wife's name.
It's under your wife's name?
I think it might be under Kim Karasak. I'm not sure, but I'm here.
Okay, let's see, you're not on the screen. You're just right here. And you probably can't see proceedings at all, can you?
Yes, Madam Chair, they have a new system now where not only I can see who's speaking as you are directly in a close-up shot, but then there is a faraway shot of the Diaz where you can see all the people on the chairs.
Oh, okay, so I know this screen right here is frozen, so,
Yeah, I'm not sure how yours might be working, but mine is working very well. It has you close up, and then it has the Diaz with a far shot so you can see whoever is sitting there.
okay.
So I'm good.
Okay, so we're gonna get started here. Let me just see here. Let me ask Jacob one thing and then we'll get started. Make sure that we all set.
I can see the related to me from.
Earlier from.
Yeah, no, that's not supposed to be there.
I know, that's what I'm saying, because I'm on Teams. I have Microsoft Teams, so.
All right, here, I'll get that fixed. That's funny that happened. Sorry about that.
Oh.
I can fix that.
But these are the same. These are the same.
There you go. That should be all set.
Okay, great. All right, thanks.
Yep. Sorry about that.
All right, are we ready to get started? Okay, so, oh my goodness, okay. The meeting is called to order. Well, welcome to the Smithfield Township Board of Auditors Annual Reorganization Meeting. And the meeting is being called to order at 5:16 p.m. We're gonna start out with pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. I'll let you make that. First order of business is approval of the minutes from the November 3rd special meeting. You had a chance to take a look?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Let me just make sure that, the last, oh, not this one. There was a typo at the end. Yes, it is. And, it was corrected. Let me just make sure we have a corrected copy.
I don't think so.
Well, I have.
I'm still seeing the non-corrected one. It should be chair.
Oh, yeah, here.
The last sentence,
This one right here.
right?
Okay, this one, we've already changed it.
Okay, great.
I sent it over to Lois earlier today.
Okay.
So here's the corrected one. Other than that, everything else okay?
I believe so.
All right, good. Okay. Okay, so I make a motion that we approve the special meeting minutes from the November the 3rd, 2022 meeting.
I second it.
Second?
Mhm.
All right. All right, since this is our reorganization meeting, we have to, I elect you as temporary chair.
Okay.
Put you down,
Okay.
Audrey Bailey Hocker.
H-O-C-K-E-R.
Hocker, right?
Correct. H-O-C-K-E-R.
Okay, great. All right.
All right, then, why don't I nominate you for vice chair? No, I'm gonna really nominate you for chairman.
Oh, you nominated me again?
Yeah, I'm gonna nominate you for chairman, and then I'll take over next time when you are not here. Okay?
Okay, so you make a motion.
Motion that you, Rose Davis, be chairman.
Okay. I,
You got a second?
yeah, I second it.
Okay, and all in favor?
I,
So we have it. Ayes have it.
okay, I make a motion that Audrey Bailey Hocker be our vice chairperson.
And I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Unanimously voted.
You spell your name with the EY or is it Y?
EY.
EY,
I noticed that you always do it without the E, but I was gonna tell you about it later.
Okay. All right, no problem. I will get that corrected.
And then, while we do,
Pardon me?
how about secretary?
Well, there's only two of us right now, so I think that what will probably happen, there's gonna be an election coming up this year. And I don't know if the supervisor may appoint somebody, I'm not sure. But right now we have, it's just the two of us and we do have a quorum. Two is a quorum.
Okay, that's fine. Let's go.
All right, we are moving on to the next item on the agenda. And it's old business.
Okay.
Now, this is the lawsuit filed by Smithfield Township Board of Supervisors against us, the Smithfield Township Board of Auditors, regarding salary increase. And I just want to update the taxpayers and everyone with the current status of what's going on with this. The lawyers for the Board of Auditors and the lawyer for the Board of Supervisors in agreement in terms of with I guess conversation from us, the auditors. We've come to a settlement and whereby this matter will not proceed to, my understanding will not proceed to a actual court date, to a trial. So I received from, and I think you should have this as well. This is the settlement stipulation from council.
I didn't get a copy
Oh,
of it.
you didn't get a copy of that? Oh, you want to take a look real quick?
Yeah, I do.
This is what
It was a nice
What I
day
received.
before.
I received from Ben. So this matter has, as I mentioned in our special meeting, has been going on since April of this past year. So we're at a stage now where, yes, we had conversation with through our lawyers to the supervisors back and forth, and so that is the settlement stipulation agreement. And one of the things that it does say is after agreeing to the settlement here, that the township solicitor will file a recipe requesting this case be marked settled, discontinued, or ended. So this aspect of this case is still pending as we speak right now, because I do have here where we were supposed to, this case had proceeded to a trial on, it was supposed to go to trial on December the 22nd.
Right.
And so because the settlement was still in limbo or lingering, Mr. Karasek filed a continuance on the case, which means that my understanding that this will it's continued until January the 25th, if we, but we have a settlement in place, so I don't foresee it going to that.
But we
to
have
this
not-
degree.
The settlement was made good.
Well, the settlement, the date on this guy is, let's see. Well, this was just signed, because I just got a copy of it. Yeah, this was signed before the 25th. It was agreed upon, so it's interesting, it's not dated, actually. It's not dated. I have Ron on the line. Hey, Ron.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Yes, what day was this settlement finalized? It was before the 25th.
It was, yeah, I see it's not dated and it was filed with the court. It has been filed, that settlement agreement. And let me get you the date on that.
Sure.
That was filed on December 20
Okay.
with the court. Now, was it signed earlier than that? Sure. I think that Mr. Storm signed it maybe on the 7th and then I signed it later or vice versa. But it has been filed of record, and assuming that the vote is to award the supervisors the hourly rate as noted in the agenda, I will then, as you indicate, and as the settlement indicates, file a precipice, which is just a fancy word for just saying a document at the courthouse to discontinue the lawsuit, and the case will be over.
Okay. Okay, that's what this is. Okay, so, I think we need to make a motion to accept this.
Well, yes, We made the agreement, so.
Yes, so we're satisfied with, okay, great, no problem. I make a motion that the settlement agreement that has been filed and, agreed upon, that we accept this. And do I have a second on this?
Yes, I second it. And it has to go full vote.
I take a vote.
Well, yeah, you're the chairman, you vote for the vote.
Okay, let's take a vote on this item. I make a motion that we accept the settlement stipulation. And do I have, ayes?
Yeah, I agree. And actually, yeah, actually, it was what I was saying on the November 3rd. Actually.
Okay, all right, no problem. So hopefully that was, clear that we have a, I vote as well, so, it was agreed upon. So, yeah, because we don't have a problem with this, it's fine.
No, they just get, and my understanding, I just want to be very clear, my
Yes.
understanding is that they get a regular, it's really a regular salary. It's being divided by that particular job that is in the budget by 3. And no matter how many hours they work one way or the other, that is what they're going to get each pay period. That's fine. I think that makes more sense than ever, actually. But they do have to have that salary written, I can't see why even before it was not raised to the point where if they wanted such a large raise, they should have made the salary bigger because they set the budget, don't they? They set the budget.
Yeah,
That's my understanding. And so as long as that, whatever that slot is divided by 3, there should be no problem. Okay.
Well, one of the, just to kind of help you understand some history, historically, and on our township, and I've been on this board now for, this is my 6th year. Brian has been the primary person doing all of the work here. All of the administration, all of the legwork was actually done by Brian Baird. And so the other 2 supervisors never really they didn't really put in too many hours at all.
So this is like a no-show job.
Well, I don't know if no show, but I'm just saying that
Well, if
Brian did everything. There wasn't we didn't have a township manager, we didn't have a finance person, we didn't have anything over here. Everything was done either outsourced or and Brian was actually doing a lot of the legwork, so. And he spent a lot of the time here in the township, so of course, whatever the budget was established at, he would always receive 60% of it. But I know things have changed over the last couple of years where the workload has been equitably distributed, because that has been one of the comments that myself and the previous auditors have always said. It's been a matter of, well, look, there's 3 of you guys, spread the work out, spread it around among the 3 of you guys so that one person is not overloaded. And I see that looks like that's something that they've probably taken time to do, because I do have time sheets and I do have records of the amount of hours that have been charged to these jobs.
Okay, so are they in the future going to be handing in timesheets regularly? No.
So I've asked, and that's something that we have to just keep asking for. And there's some form of document, something that they have. It may not be the timesheets, and I think that's a question that you can always ask the supervisors in terms of what is going to, are they going to start filling out timesheets that uniformly. That's always something you can ask that question, because I'm quite sure the supervisors, who else is online? We didn't take, I'm sorry, I gotta take a back step. Who's all on the at the meeting here? I have our township solicitor. What's your name again? I know. Ron?
Maybe using the sound.
No, I think, Ron, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Madam Chair.
Oh, okay, excellent, excellent. I'm taking a, attendance. Who's all here? I forgot to do that in the beginning. Could you please, state your name? Could you please state your name? Ron?
This is me, Madam Chair. Is that other individual on Zoom or are they in the?
I don't, there was, who else is on Zoom? I can't.
It may well be that
Mhm.
it may well be that the gentleman or lady is on mute and they have to take themselves off mute to let you hear them.
Oh, I see. I don't, oh, they are, I don't,
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know that, but that's just my guess if you can't hear them.
right. So I'm putting down in attendance then, township solicitor. And
The two orders.
the two auditors as attendees. Okay, that's, I have who's down. Okay, so I would suggest, we can only, I don't, I want to start out and also say that this meeting is the first time that I've been at a reorganization meeting and I did not have present a supervisor, a township supervisor. So this is the first occasion that has ever happened. So I want to put that in the record as well. We have 3 township supervisors, and at this point right now, we have 0 in attendance to either answer any type of questions that may arise. So I think that if you have any questions, like especially the one you just mentioned,
Yeah.
I would just, we can talk about it. We can say, put it in the record that that question was asked and that there was no one here to respond.
Well, perhaps we'll go to the their meeting.
You go to their meeting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You'll save it for then?
Yeah, no, just leave it in there because I think that's it. It's not a cohesiveness that I'm seeing happening. And people might say, well, why doesn't she just mind her business? But this is my business because I pay taxes here.
Yes.
And so I don't know about anybody else, but I want to know what my money is doing. As I mentioned in previous meetings, I pay more in taxes than I do for my mortgage. So I'm trying to figure out why aren't there any representatives here at all? No one. It's like, I don't care. I'm going to do what I'm going to do and that's that. And you don't have a chance except if you go to their meeting, which I don't mind doing, but it has to be a reciprocation. And it doesn't mean that it's something personal. It's how things are supposed to be run. You're supposed to have some sort of cohesiveness when you're running a township.
Well, I agree. This is the first time, as I mentioned, that the Board of Auditors have met and there has not been one supervisor in attendance. So it's odd, but okay. We're gonna move on to new business, and this is setting the first order item is set supervisor's rate of pay. And I have here. I want to share with you, I have a couple of things. Here's the budget.
I did not say that. I didn't see it.
Okay, here's the budget. Established by the supervisors.
And is this my copy now?
Yes, that's
Okay,
yours to
great.
keep.
All right, thank you.
Okay, there's the budget that the guy set. This budget has not been voted on, as I know of, and adopted by the supervisors. I think that will take place probably the next meeting, but the total budget for salaries of elected officials is 58,500 for 2023. This is the new amount.
Yes, but what is the stipend? Isn't stipend given also?
Well, the stipend is by law.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's the money that they're being paid. So when you cut that in, when you split it up, they're gonna have, whatever it is, 2,500 is it? For each person and this, so I understand that.
Okay. Well, anyway, yes, so, here is the budget for supervisors working as elected officials. And so what I put together, we have a spreadsheet, we have a sheet here, here's one for you. And I'm going to make sure that there's one up here. And so the total amount, 58,500. We are going to apportion it 3 ways equally. Brian, Robert, and Jacob, each at 19,500. And I'm also going to designate, and I need to pull my calculator out because I do see part of this fell off.
What are you trying to put there?
We have the hourly rate is gonna be $25.32 for each one of them, which is, what they put down as well, they've requested. We're going to set annual budget at 19,500 for each person. And then divide that by quarterly is 4,875 per quarter. And then I need the monthly amount, which it fell off. Can we divide,
This by 12.
the quarterly amount by 3?
Fine, we know that.
What's that come out to? Huh?
Are you dividing what? This, oh, the larger.
Yeah, the quarterly amount.
Yeah.
I need to get my, my monthly. I think it was 16,000, it was 1,600.
It's 25.
No.
1625.
Oh, yeah, 1,625 monthly, okay. For each one. Okay, so Audrey, what I propose. And here's the thing, here's the deal. We are setting the supervisor's pay. We have the annual amount and we have the hourly amount. But when you look at timesheets, there's one supervisor, well, 2 of them, no timesheets, and Jacob is filling out timesheets because I have copies of. Did you get a copy of this? Let me share. This is supposed to be a timesheet for Robert. This is supposed to be a timesheet.
Perhaps.
And wait a minute, here, the township already have standard forms. So I think that this is something that, here's a standard form. Brian filled out some at some point. And, I noticed Jacob always had one.
So by the number of hours, you can determine that they're really making more than 25.32 per hour, because if they're gonna be getting the full rate. I mean, what can I say? If they set the rate, we just do the division. That's the simplest thing, but I don't know.
Well, no, what, they cannot exceed, their salary cannot exceed the annual budget amount. So, it cannot exceed the annual budget amount.
No, I'm not saying it does, but it really is a no-show job, to tell you the truth. And I'm looking at it, who hands in something like that, and then you have, the then you have your little stipend, which is should be about 2,500 apiece. So 1625 plus 208.33, they you each month or whenever they get paid, it's going to be 1833. Mhm. Yeah, because what you did was you divided just the top number, but the original stipend, so that's what they get.
Yeah, but the stipend is voted,
That doesn't matter. They're getting paid, that's a part of
But
their
that-
salary for this position. And there should be some kind of way that they show that they're doing some kind of hours.
So only thing that we can,
I'm just a taxpayer and I'm saying that.
okay, I understand, but the timesheet, I have issues, I still have issues, I've had issues with this for the whole time I've been on board, and I think that this is the worst I've ever seen.
Well,
This is the worst I've ever seen. At least Brian would fill something out, you couldn't half read it, but he did fill something out. But, this right here is ridiculous, this is asinine right here. But, I think that, we are sitting here setting a salary for supervisors and they can't even fill out a timesheet to justify their hours. Is a part that I take issue with. But I think that,
But they deserve that 6%.
you're
I don't know, sometimes.
you're funny,
No.
So are we ready to, what are your thoughts on this? Is this, are you in agreement with?
Well, what can we do? We agree to it.
Okay, I mean,
We
that's,
agreed to
that's,
it,
I
and
just
so,
wanna make sure, so that we-
But sometimes maybe there will be people, they, I talked to two people yesterday that just popped by. And they were young, new voters, and I said, I was explaining the situation that we have. You go to this office, you really can't find these people, but they don't want to hand in timesheets, they don't do anything, and yet they want these raises and astronomically high raises too. And they said, well, what? That's a nerve. But I think a lot of people would have that opinion, if they actually knew. And so that is what was raised at our November 3rd meeting, if you recall.
Mhm.
And I think in the future, there will be a lot of people that are aware of it. Because I really wasn't. I mean, I even the time that I take here and to discuss this thing with you and to be bothered with all of it, they don't pay us for that. And yet we're paying them out of our pockets. So
Right,
they have to do something to earn it. And if it comes up again, and if it comes to a court case again, then bring it. That's what I want to know. And let everybody know why they're in court, that they are fighting for money that they haven't even earned the basic money for, and they want more.
okay,
And spending it for legal services that, I mean, the only person that's here tonight is the lawyer. That's it.
yes, I see that. I see that, but,
And he has to be paid, right?
we're going to, set a rate, what is the mileage rate? Also it is 53. I'm just taking a minute to look at the rate for, I didn't, have a chance to look at the mileage rate for FY 23.
Madam Chair, if I may, I believe the mileage rate for 2023 is 65.5 cents a mile.
Well, at least you can save money on that since they don't go anywhere.
Yeah. Mhm. Okay, because we have to actually, put the number in here, even though we agree whatever the IRS rate is that, we approve because in addition to salary, the supervisors have the ability to charge, mileage on their timesheet.
Yeah, but they don't have any hours, so how can they charge?
Yeah, some of them do. They charge, mileage for going to, various places.
But then that would be reflected in their hourly sheet. I mean, I'm not quibbling over nickels and dimes and things like that. But I'm just looking at the attitude of these people that are representing me. And I was not aware of it. I really wasn't. I'm very pleased to know though.
Okay, yeah, well, I think right now, this year, well, I think the timeframe, for, this year is an election year for supervisors.
And that done.
So, you have an opportunity to, address that. All right, so I want to make a motion here on the supervisor's pay. We have, and I'm also going to submit a spreadsheet with the numbers on it, so everybody knows what's going on. The budget was established at $58,500. There are 3 supervisors. We are dividing the pay, that number into 3. So that means Brian Barrett annually, and Robert Levenheim and Jacob Pry each will receive one, it's 19,000, this is what the budget is set for, annual budget for part-time position. 19,500 for Brian Barrett, 19,500 for Robert Levenheim, and Jacob Pry, 19,500. Now, I also want to take the annual budget amount, and we're going to break that down quarterly and monthly. The quarterly amount is $4,875, and the monthly is $1,625. And the hourly rate is still $25.32. So what I will want to make the motion that says Brian Barrett, annual amount $19,500, quarterly $4,875. And monthly, $1,625. Are you sure that's right? This is the right. 1 second, folks.
1625 is the figure that came out.
Let's make sure. Yes, that is correct. Monthly, $1,625. Robert Levenheim, annual, oh, sorry, let me add the hourly rate. The hourly rate for Brian is $25.32. Okay, Robert Levenheim pay, annual budget, $19,500. That amount split out quarterly is $4,875, and monthly is $1,625, and the hourly rate is $25.32.
It's the same for all of them.
I know, you have to call out each one. Jacob Pride, annually, $19,500, quarterly, $4,875, monthly, $1,625, with an hourly rate of $25.32.
So you might as well just put down the division of the hours, the 770 hours, because it works out.
Again, okay, so I make a motion to accept the rates that I just quoted.
I second it, okay.
Do you accept the rates that I quoted?
Yes, we made the deal with that.
Okay. I accept. You second it?
I second. Well, we voted on this already. I seconded it before, so we vote on it. I'm for it, and you are too, so it's passed, right?
Well, you have to address each of the items individually. So this is our, we putting this in the record, and I want this computation to go in our minutes as well.
Yeah, we'll go in the minutes. You just recited it twice, and you just went over and broke down everything there.
Yes.
And so now you make a motion that we agree on.
I
it,
did.
And I seconded it.
Okay,
And then
very good.
now, of course, then we can vote on it because the motion has to be voted on.
Okay,
So
I call a vote on the supervisors' pay rates that was just previously mentioned in detail.
Yeah.
Do I hear a second?
No, not a second. I vote, you're voting on it and I am voting for it, okay? And
I
you
hear
are-
aye.
Okay, so you got
Okay, all right, I'm learning.
a
Okay.
unanimous vote, this thing.
Okay, all right, very good. So we got that one. Next item, mileage reimbursement rate, the IRS rate, 65 cents, 65.5 cents. So, I make a motion that, we accept this rate as, the mileage rate for the supervisors for mileage reimbursement expenses.
Yes, I second the motion.
Okay, very good.
And then we have to vote on it.
Okay, I want to have a vote on it. Will you accept the mileage reimbursement rate?
Yeah, I voted yes, and you vote yes.
I
and
vote
it's
yes.
Unanimous.
Okay. Vote carried. The audit report for Kirk Suma and Company. This is the audit that was just finished for fiscal year 2021. And,
More than one sheet.
pardon me,
Is there more than one sheet?
mine, this is the whole full budget.
Yeah, and Kirk Schumer did the whole thing.
No, this is the township budget. This is the township budget. The audit report, there weren't any exceptions or any issues that was brought to our attention. I just want to go back on the record again. I've asked for, the management representation letter, because this is the letter that the auditors, put together that covers the internal control, integrity and structure of the township's financial systems, and I have yet to even see that, so I'm going back on record again, requesting that information from the supervisors again. So I'm gonna write here, requested management representation letter. I want to make a motion that we accept any concerns or questions or anything you may have?
No, I don't.
Okay, I make a motion that we accept the 2021 audit report that was prepared by Kirk Suma and Company. Do I hear it?
We already did accept it.
Hmm?
Oh, that, let's accept that.
It's accepted?
Yeah, did we not?
Okay, I vote aye.
Aye, so it's unanimously passed. We accept it. We accept it.
Okay, now there is a section here for other matters that may arise. If you have any, additional matters that you want to bring to the floor, Audrey?
Not really, as long as we settle the payment that it's really like a flat salary that doesn't change one way or the other. You have exactly what they make and whatever hours they put in, that's what they make. And that's that. There's no such thing as overtime or anything else.
Well, these are part-time employees.
Well, they're getting full-time rates though. Yeah.
These are part-time employees. There is no overtime
Oh,
that I know
no,
of. But you can always,
that's it. That's it.
I've actually gotten a copy of the timesheets from this past year. And for the most part, I think I was seeing roughly 16, 17 hours a week
Really?
of,
Well, what did you see on this one?
well, here's Robert's timesheet right here. This guy says that he worked 15 hours this week and another 15 hours. So he's putting in about 30 hours per pay period.
But he gets what he gets, what we voted on. That's
It
it.
would be 30 hours times the hourly rate.
No,
Yeah, it would. It would be.
no, really.
Yes.
Well, I don't go for that.
Well, that's how they calculate their payroll year.
Hmm.
So it's.
In no time sheet, we just accept that this man did 15 and 15 and.
I've already put in a record that we've asked for timesheets and we can still ask again and for them to actually fill out an actual timesheet, which
So
the other two supervisors have been really good. They're filling out timesheets. Here's a standard timesheet. Brian has one.
So they should have a number of hours that is set if they're part-timers, because if you're going 30 hours, you're doing, you know.
I think that's probably a question that needs to be asked to the supervisors is in terms of, it's based on, my understanding is based on their workload, but there's no supervisor here to ask that question, so I think I would put the question out there to say, the question that we have for the supervisors is, do you have a set number of hours that you work weekly? Or does it vary? What is the nature of your work? Load?
Actually, it should fall within the periods of time, you know. You can't pay them different rates if you divide it into 3. Because there will be some weeks that they're not gonna work at all. What do they really have to do? How many parks can you walk around? How many changes can you make on let's be realistic. They have a nice salary, but you can't pay by the hour, you have to pay by the division.
No, they're hourly, well, they have an hourly rate that they pay, that is, their hourly rate is $25.32. We just accepted in a group. And here is the annual cap on here. So there may be, days, or there may be weeks that may be, I don't know.
That they won't make that, because everybody is not gonna work 15 hours.
Oh, well, I'm just saying, this happens to be an example.
30 hours, that's 30 hours
This is an example
in 1
of
week.
one.
in 1 week or each week.
This is 15 hours for this week and then 15 hours next
Okay,
week.
sure.
So he
That's
has
right,
30
that's right.
hours, he has 30 hours for the pay period. They're on a what do you call it, a bi-weekly pay cycle here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's okay. I mean, usually 20 hours is.
Okay, so do you have any other matters that you wanna talk about? I put that there for, okay, you have nothing?
No, do you have anything?
Do I? Let's just see. The only item that I have is I need some clarity on, I saw here, and of course, I'm gonna ask the question, there's not a supervisor here, but I'm quite sure that,
Oh, yeah.
they'll get back to me. I see in there, the agenda from their, reorganization meeting. I see here where Julia is our township manager and she's also assistant supervisor. I don't understand that. Is that just a secondary role, or is that a paid position, or what is it? And, no one's here to really, it said to assist, but,
Well, you have a town solicitor here. We pay him too. You can answer some questions,
I
certainly.
don't know.
I certainly can, Madam Chair, and I haven't seen that agenda because on the reorganization nights, I have other townships that have regular meetings, so I had to go to those townships and boroughs. But if it says assistant supervisor, there is no such position. It probably should say assistant to the supervisors. That would probably make sense, but there is no assistant supervisor. If that's how the agenda reads, it's wrong.
Okay, I misspoke, Ron, sorry. It said.
That's okay.
Secretary,
Assistant secretary.
secretary,
Is that
Okay.
here?
assistant secretary. Is that a township job?
That generally is not a township job. What that is, well, when he says not a township job, it's question whether we are assistant to the supervisor, who's the secretary. That used to be Mr. Barrett, or whether it's an assistant to the secretary, who is Ms. Tur, Lois Tur. Hard to say because secretary can mean two different things. So either could be assistant to the township secretary, township supervisor secretary, or assistant to the township office secretary. I don't know what they meant by that, but
All right, so, well, there's no such position here in here, so, I guess.
Is it unpaid? Must be unpaid position?
Yeah, my understanding, yes, it's an unpaid position. It's in the event the township secretary is not present for some reason and something needs to be addressed, that she can address it. Very similar to your board where you are the chair and Ms. Bailey Hocker is the vice chair. In the event you could not attend a meeting or could not address something because of some other issue, she would then take over. So that's my understanding. But again, I'm not a supervisor, so I don't want you to take what I say as gospel. I'm only telling you what I believe has occurred over the 12 or 13 years that I've been here.
Okay. So.
And by the way, you were talking about timesheets.
Yes,
I think it's very reasonable to have timesheets submitted. Now, I don't know how thorough they are. I haven't seen them. I'm not part of the administration, if you will. But a request for timesheets for work that's done, I think that's reasonable.
yes, I agree too. That's, I'm still asking for them, for them to fill them out. That's, I just noticed, two of them are, but there's been a lot of inconsistency. I could say that politely. Being some months, because Ron, I've requested all the timesheets for last year, and at times salary payments are made based on the email. Based on salary payments based on the email or based on the memo. And at times based on the timesheet. So just asking for some consistency, that's all.
Hopefully, Madam Chair, with the new budget and finance manager that's now been hired by the township, we may have a bit more consistency with overall budgeting, invoices, billing, etc. So hopefully we can address it through that.
Excellent, that's good. That's good. Okay, so any public comments?
Well, there's nobody here
No, none.
except us.
Okay, none. All right, judge. Is there anything that I didn't cover that you may want to mention, Audrey,
No, I think
before I
you
adjourn our meeting?
No, I think you
Be-
asked.
Before you adjourn, Madam Chair, may I state that since you did vote for the hourly rate, which is part of the agreement, I'm not sure. I'm going to take the steps necessary to terminate the lawsuit. I mean, in theory, I really should wait until the written minutes are typed and I see that they're in the written minutes and then they're approved, but that may not be till next year.
Exactly.
That you're approving tonight's minutes. So I don't want to, I'm just going to settle the case based upon what I heard you say and what I heard Auditor Bailey Hocker say. And thank you very much. And of course, I'll let Attorney Storm know when that is done.
Okay, that sounds excellent. And I just, for the record, I know that this is my last year on the Board of Auditors. I know I'm up for possible reelection, but I'm at this point right now, I'm not sure if I'm going to seek that, but I just want to reach out and tell the supervisors that we recognize that as a member of the Board of Auditors, we recognize and value their input in and the work that they do. And I know that it has been a lot of progress and changes have been made in my township over the last 6 years. I've seen the progress, and I want to commend each and every one of them for what they've done, and especially in this audio visual set up here. We never had this until a year ago.
But it doesn't work most of the time.
No,
So
it
would
works.
be
It
very
works for me,
helpful.
but it's,
It would be
it
very
is-
helpful.
but it
if
was a
worked.
step towards progress. I didn't, look, when you're down here on the level 1 and you go up to level 3, I mean, it's happy.
I know.
It is.
I have been in the township
So-
for 21 years.
I just want to share that and say that, put that out there before I adjourn.
But it is.
It is progress, trust me, it's progress. Okay, so if we have no other comments or anything else on the record, I want to make a motion to adjourn the meeting. Do I have a
You
second?
definitely have a second here.
Thank you. The meeting is adjourned at 6:05.
Very good. Alan?
All right,
Madam
great.
Chair and Auditor
Yes.
Billy Hocker, I want you to both have a safe and happy and healthy new year. And we will try to not be such a pest to you as time goes by, but if we are, we'll work out whatever we need to work out. And Attorney Storms was an excellent choice and he did good work. So,
Yes.
so that being said, again, Happy New Year, safe and healthy, please.
All right, same to you as well.
Happy New Year.
All right.
Before we leave, I have to go to that lady's room.
Sure, it's right here.
I just noticed it.
Yeah, it's right there.
And
Audrey,
somebody's
it has
still
been-
online.
It has been fun. It has been fun on the board. It's been a challenge, for a lot. And I've seen a lot that has happened, but, at the end of the day, even though the progress may be minimal, but we've made some progress. Definitely, I made some progress.
Wow. Okay, just wait for me. I don't want to begin this.
Oh, no, sure. You have to go through this door right here, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll wait for that. No
It's a
problem.
lovely building.
Hmm?
It's a lovely building. It's almost as nice as our building, but it's. Girl, I was so trying to get my foot in the shoe. And I could hardly, that's my ankle sitting over there.
Oh, my goodness. Why are you wearing those tight shoes? You should have-
That's the only shoes I have, other than one pair of blue shoes that you slide into. So that's,
I know my mom's feet swell too. We took her to the doctor today. And she's gotta go, Friday as well and Monday.
I was there Friday, way over in Lehighton for the foot business.
Yeah.
I've never had this before, so it's new to me. Okay. Yeah, I was doing such a rush job for that guy, I had to go to his property twice.
Wow.
I didn't get
What do you do, restoration?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, like Servpro?
No, we do more than Servpro. Servpro does, we do indoor air quality testing.
Oh, HVAC.
Yeah, and well, not HVAC, but for everything, for mold mainly. We're mold remediators and we also teach. We have American Mold Academy. I wrote a course for it. I teach online all over the United States. And then we did a product. Now I still have to get myself another chemical engineer because we have a misrepresentation there for the water balance and the thing, but we have an additive that you add to your any liquid that you're going to put on the walls or furniture.
You did hear that, the sewer water, they sold it to, a third party?
No.
Yes.
What? They need sewer water for what?
No, what is it? The water department,
I know America's guy here.
Mel water? Don't you use that
No,
at your
I-
house?
no,
What do you use?
my own water, my.
No, oh, you got a well.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I get my water from, Manawalonic and they send me a bill every month. So anyways, they're selling the entity to a outside company.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Expect your water bill to go up.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
it's not
because,
the
I don't even drink water there. Because it's full of, it's hard.
Yes, it is, and
It's hard.
actually, it's some bad water up here, I thought, people always think about mountain driven water and all that kind of stuff. Girl, you have everything, because people have been dumping up here for years, and they've used the Poconos for a public dump. You see those rendering trucks that come up?
Oh, yeah, with
And,
the covers, right?
And, they had everything, they had it so bad, one time, the old my mom, they had a big open pit that they were dumping.
Oh, they open.
Well, yes, and they were, well,